You know,
used to bring them to their
she
house.
used to, it's the cards, it's like a Christmas card, but there'd be 24 little windows.
Okay.
And
Some of the windows you open, some of the cards
Yes,
would
I've
be,
seen
you open up the window and there was just a picture, or some of them had chocolate.
no, she never brought any with chocolate.
No,
She brought
the chocolate's
plain
been later.
cards.
Okay.
No, she brought each year a different card. You can still buy them.
Yeah.
And there'd be little, sometimes there'd be a little picture or a little saying, and every year a different one. There's still a couple, I think the last one we ever got.
Yeah, we used to get them as children too, when we were growing
When
up.
did you start sewing them?
Sewing them, that was from Elizabeth's mother.
Yeah.
Her mother got one at a bazaar or something.
Yeah. I got one at Mom got one at a Christmas bazaar,
Right.
and I showed it to Eva, and she used that as a sample.
Yeah, but it was on burlap.
Yeah.
A felt.
Yeah, we just had to get rid of that a little while ago.
Yeah.
Because
They
it
just
got flooded in the basement.
Not only that, the burlap and stuff, after a while,
Yeah.
it
just
disintegrates. And I did that the first year for each member of the family. But I thought after that was crazy. Put it on fabric that's not going to last.
Yeah.
So I started putting them on fabric. Because if it's okay if I'm going to use it a year and throw it away, but not and like the numbers were on felt, glued on. Well, you know that they're going to fall off and
Right.
so that's why I started writing the numbers on. And then the best idea was to stick the Velcro on with fabric paint. Once something's in fabric paint, it's stuck for life. It's better than glue.
Yeah.
So that they've evolved over the years. Pieces have changed.
Mom, don't give away too many of your secrets. Mark's going to sell this documentary.
But no, it did evolve.
The secrets behind the making of.
It started with Phyllis Lewis, and then the year I saw that little button, I thought, that's nice, and I put it in, and of course, then everybody had to have more. And as my sewing machines got more elaborate and everything, but every calendar has a year on the back it was made. But it had to be in the 80s, early 80s I started it.
I would think. I mean,
Yeah,
we were married in
I was
76.
on O'Brien Street.
We were married in 76. And
It was on O'Brien Street, I know I started making them.
it was actually, I would think it was late 70s even.
Could have been,
Because
but I know it was on O'Brien.
Kim was born in 81, and my mother was not really with us much after that because of the Alzheimer's. So I think it was the end of the 70s.
You know, that every year I made 24, and then we had to find 24 kids to give them away. And the only one I had a mix-up with was the kid, Kathleen in the Salvation Army. The 3 children that are growing up there, because she lived with Ruth and her husband, and grew up as a family aunt, lived with them all their married life. The children were born there, so they knew Auntie Kathy from the minute they were born, and they were grown up and married. And I gave them each a calendar, and Kathleen said, she needs another calendar, and I said, what for? Chelsea and her brother didn't want to share. And I said, no. I would never give anybody a calendar if they couldn't share an Advent calendar. There was no point to the calendar at all. You know, and I've had people want to buy one. Like a couple of weeks ago, the Betsy Bingo, Francis and them, I gave them a calendar or 2 and a couple of bows because they had an silent auction for the United Way. She sent me a lovely card with $10 in it, and I said no, she had to send the $10 to her. She said buy material to make more, and I said no, they had to go to a charity or something. The only way they could be sold was through something that would raise money for Big Sisters, you know, anything like that, but you couldn't sell the calendars.
This is someone named Sandy, Eva, whose kids are Paige and Marion and Megan.
Sandy.
Is it? That's a thank you.
I don't know, Paige and Megan. You know, these are the nice cards. When you send them to a kid, and they send you such nice, and I don't know the kids at all, but they take time to.
Who is it? Who's?
Paige and Megan.
Who?
I don't know.
The calendars.
For the calendars.
Oh, for the calendars. You know? Well, it's somebody from the area, Eva, because this is mail.
Yeah, they were at the bingo too. We got this from the bingo too.
Yes, there's so many people, and that's such a nice feeling knowing that all over the place people are pushing those buttons.
Yeah.
And you know, it was Phyllis Lewis that started that tradition with my kids.
And I didn't even know that even until I read that article.
Yeah, she started this, and you know, she had never had any children.
Yeah.
And Harry she worked for Burke's for 30 some odd years, and if she did that for me, if she did that, drop that calendar off every year at my house, but anonymously, so we never knew who it came from.
How did you find out?
Did it. Because, you know how our kitchen window was?
Yeah.
In the apartment?
Yeah.
Looking out the window, and I saw Francis come in the hallway, or Phyllis come in the hallway, and I thought, oh good, Francis is coming.
Phyllis, yeah.
Oh, Phyllis.
And then she didn't come in.
And she didn't come in, and I didn't know what I was doing then. I didn't go to the door, but I thought she, you know.
Walked in.
And when I realized she didn't, I opened the door. She was gone and the calendar was there. And I didn't tell her that until a couple of weeks before she died. In fact, she died between Christmas and New Year's, was the right time for Phyllis too.
Yeah.
She played Lady Bountiful.